Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about travel. I'm going to change conversation a little bit. Anna, this is going to be a new format to you. Instead of just conversation, we're going to be doing role-playing based conversation. I'll talk more about that later. What's important, though, is that you guys can access my link because we're all going to watch a video together, but you're going to watch it on your own computer. While I saw this on YouTube, I don't know if it's copyright or not, and I don't want to go through all that risk. So instead, I'm just going to provide you guys with a link to it. So if you look in group chat, you'll see that link there. If you have a fast internet connection, you can go ahead and watch it live with me in a few minutes. If you don't, I recommend downloading it now. So before we get started, I left my phone upstairs. Okay, I might have to go and get that in a little bit. I'll also be putting myself on mute every now and then because my child is here and he might make some noise. You know, I do need my phone to be able to keep track of time. Give me 30 seconds, guys. I thought I was prepared.
Hey, Liam, where are you going? Liam, come back. Liam, oh my gosh, the baby is going to walk downstairs alone. He forgot
Hi, Anna.
to close the door. Hi, Army. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Hannah.
Sorry about that.
Simon, I was concerned about your baby because I saw he was going to walk downstairs alone.
That's okay. He can walk upstairs alone now, too. Good tea. No, he's a big little guy. I keep an eye on him, but that's why you saw me run. Okay, guys, what I want to do now is I want to have just a little brief conversation about what travel means to you, and then we're going to watch a video. So Amp just joined us. Amp, there's a link to the video.
Morning.
If you want to download that link and get ready in about 3 minutes, we're going to go ahead and watch that link.
Okay.
So I'll start with Edson. Edson, I'm going to give you just a single minute, and in that minute, I want you to capture a single thought. Based on the question, what does travel mean to you? Go ahead, please.
It means to go on vacation, to relax yourself, to relax your body, to know to go abroad, to go abroad, like to know different cultures, to know different places, to know many places and to learn about them, about the history of these countries.
Okay. So good. Travel means to go abroad, to visit many destinations. Excellent. Armin, single thought for you. What does travel mean to you?
I'm sorry, Simon, can you repeat me, please?
Well, the same question I gave to Edson. What does travel mean to you?
Traveling for me, it's an opportunity to know other people, other culture, other ways of life, and other places. It's a interesting way to know how is how human being live in different time in different places.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Armin. Anna, what does travel mean to you?
Well, it means to experience new things, to expand your horizons, get to know different peoples and cultures, places. Um, well, uh, you know, because your memories and the best moments in your life is something that no one can take away from you. So it's very nice to travel.
All right, thank you. Yes, memories, and I highly recommend photography, taking pictures, because when you get older, you don't have a good memory. Anne, what does travel mean to you?
Well, to travel is to have the opportunity to enjoy with the people that you are traveling with, or also to have the opportunity to meet a little more, to know a little more about the folklore of the place that you are visiting, and the culture, the food, how they, what is the difference in between those places and your own city. And it is every time it is a new experience. Uh, every place have their own particular way to do the things. So yeah, it's always interesting to go, even when it's a small town. There is something that is going to impress you.
Very good. Well, it sounds like all of you guys are going to enjoy this class, because I know you're going to like the video. This video is a snapshot, or I guess like an introduction or a promo for a TV show that's been on the Travel Network for some time, and there are actual full episodes on YouTube. Again, I don't know about copyright, but I think obviously to watch it, you're not going to get into trouble. Here, let me go down there a little bit, buddy. So the show is called Destinations, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview of that. So I've given you all the link. I'll put it here one more time. Can you guys please get that link ready and let me know if you've got the link ready? Yeah, you crazy little bugger. Up you go. Edson, do you have the link ready? Edson?
Yep.
Excellent. Armin? Armin, you're on mute.
Yes.
Excellent. Anna and Amp.
Yep, ready.
Yes.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and watch the video. I'll watch it alone on myself. I'll be on mute. And as soon as it's over, so I'll see you guys back in about 4 minutes. Okay, so I finished watching. Anna's finished watching. You guys should be finishing up your video. I'll stop screen sharing.
Yes, I've finished.
Excellent. Okay, guys. Now, I do have my son with me here Saturday mornings. A lot of you have said, hey, when are you coming back to Saturdays and Sundays? Well, I was sick, but now I'm better. He gets me sick. He in his nose and mouth, he's got all these sort of, don't you get sick a lot? And he gives it to me. Merry Christmas. So, because it's the weekend, I will have him with me on these classes. In the afternoon, of course, he will be sleeping. So don't mind me if he's here. He won't take up too much talk time at all, I can promise you that. Okay, so I promised you that things are different here in the class. Now, Amp, I know you're familiar because you've been here all week. But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of get away from the time because we're going to do things a little differently. We're going to do role-based conversation. So what I'm going to do, you saw the video. Now, this is a true story. Scott and Justin quit their jobs, stopped working, left their families, their social networks, and went traveling the world. They are seeing everything about these cultures. They want to see how they live. They want to see all the famous sites. They want to go to the famous places. But they also want to see behind that. Now, it's not... Stop it. It's not meant to be a social commentary about what countries are doing right or wrong. It's not that. It is truly a look into the countries and seeing what's going on. So what we're going to do, we're going to have two teams. I see we've got 4 of us here, and on each we're going to have 3 roles. So let me just press enter here. We have Justin or Justine. We need somebody to be Scott or Scotty, and then we'll have a presenter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first go with Amp and Anna. Amp, what role would you like to play? Would you like to play the role of Justine, Scotty, or the presenter?
Justine.
Justine? And Anna?
You can choose for me. Maybe the presenter?
All right, I love that.
I don't know.
Well then, you know what? I'll be Scott. Okay? Excuse me. So I will mute myself unless I'm speaking. So because you're the presenter, Anna, you get to ask all the questions. So just imagine, as you are watching this video, what it would like to do what they did, to take the chances. So you have a chance to ask me and Justine what it's like to do this, okay? So you will guide the presentation, or you will guide this whole interview piece, and I'm going to give us 5 minutes of talk time, starting now. Go ahead, Anna.
Okay. Thank you for coming here, to talk about your year gap. So, Justin, what did you learn from it?
Well, we make a decision that we quit our jobs and we decide to live this adventure, and we don't regret about what we are living. We decide to see the world, and well, we haven't get it yet. We are in that, and we want to spend more time enjoying knowing for ourselves the different cultures.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I see. So, Scott, could you tell us what's the most important thing that you have learned from your experience this year gap and your trip and different people that you've met and so forth?
Well, I've got to say that just experiencing different ways of life. I mean, I've always loved traveling, but first of all, trying different foods, seeing how the cities are laid out, seeing the customs and traditions, watching festivals. It's truly amazing. And then you've got these incredible scenic vistas. It's amazing. It truly is amazing. The tough part, though, for me, and I know it's the same for Justine, though, is leaving your families behind. Yes, this is a job for us too, but we're leaving our families for an entire year. And in some places where we go, we are completely out of touch.
I imagine how difficult it must have been for you to stay away from your family. So, um, when you could keep in touch with them, uh, did you use Skype or how did you keep in touch?
All means possible. Texting, iMessage, Skype, other people's phones, internet where available, satellite phones. You know, it was whatever we could use. And quite often we were looking for change to fit into the machines because they weren't like the modern stuff that we're used to at home.
Okay, and did your family support you? And what circumstances were instrumental for you and just take that decision to take a year gap and quit your jobs? Did someone criticize you?
Well, Justine, I
Or
think you can really talk to this because I know you were going through a really tough time when we were down in Ecuador, or not Ecuador, down at, you know, in Ursula, down in the very southern tip of South America.
I see. Okay, what about you, Justin?
Well, we are still young, and after we spend all the money that we get from our job, well, we are going to go back to our country and to our family. And well, this experience is going to stay with us for the rest of the life. So we cannot complain. It's a decision that well, our family understood that. I have an adventurous spirit, and yes, if they have the opportunity, I'm sure that they are going to make a decision like I did it.
I see. And how long have you saved money for your trip?
Well, since I started working, I've been saving money, and then when I quit the job, well, I also sell an apartment that I had, and then well, I have that money, and during the trip also, I can help. Well, try to do small things to get a little more money, like uh, help people with translations or something. Well, you can have money to survive and to get more opportunity to travel another place.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Time is up. So that's our new format. Next, we have Edson and Armin. So, gentlemen, you guys will take the roles of, well, let me ask you, what role, does anybody want to play the role of the presenter, first of all? No? Okay, so I will play the role of the presenter.
Ah, fantastic.
Edson and Armin, I'll just use your name so it doesn't get confusing. You will play the roles of Justin and Scott. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still congested. I didn't think I was. Well, gentlemen, let me start the timer. Gentlemen, we love your show. We think it's terrific. At the beginning, you tell us about leaving your friends and your family, and I know, Armin, you were really, really torn about whether this was the right decision to do. You've completed your first year. How do you feel now, looking back?
Well, at the beginning it was difficult to think about. I needed to be far from my family because I am a person who need who need of this family, and well, by the time was paid was was happened, I feel better because in my different trips in traveling, I could know people very friendly, families, and different people who uh, who felt me better, and and I and now when I live when I look back, I I feel I I feel that I had a good decision about this traveling.
And Edmund, sorry, Edmund. Edson, how did you handle leaving your family behind? It's been a year now. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's been a year now, and it's pretty complicated in the beginning, but at the end of the trip, you feel like it's amazing to be there, to be in such places, because you learn a lot about them. You learn new culture, you learn new people, you learn everything, and it's you try different foods, drinks, and you maybe enjoy no you maybe make new friends, and you tell about your life and they tell about their lives. You get notice about the culture of them, and how they live in that situation. How is their lives, how they work, and what kind of work they do, and let's see, you have the experience to learn a new language as well, because the more places you go, the more possibility to learn languages. It's like, of course, it's not a very long period to learn language, but
Thank you,
this short
Edson.
period.
We've only got about a minute left. I want to talk to you guys about the most enjoyable moment you had on this trip. Armin, what was your most enjoyable moment?
Well, it's difficult to choose what is the what a special moment, but I think I think I had a special moment when I knew people, Australian indigenous, that they could live with without technology, without modern things, without cell phone and all things that you are that we are ashamed to use.
Okay, time is up.
Okay.
Okay, so one thing I want to talk to you guys about is you spend a lot of time talking. This did not give your fellow students much talk time. So just like before, what you need to do is you need to talk for about maybe 15, 20 seconds. Don't talk for more than that. And then we'll have a conversation, whereas what this is turning out to be is more of a speech. Right? We need it to be dynamic. We only have 5 minutes. So try to keep your answers short. Remember that first conversation we had under a minute? Most of you guys kept it to about 40 seconds. So I'm going to challenge you to keep it to about 15, 20 seconds. And to help with that, I'm going to change the format again. Yes, I know you're excited, Liam. Yes. So, yeah, stop it. Quiet. Yeah, come here, you little donkey. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a radio talk show format. You guys are familiar with this? You have a radio host, and you might have a guest. And then people will call in. So first of all, I want to know who wants to play the role of the radio host. If
You.
Who?
You.
Me? Are you nominating yourself, Amp? Okay, I'll play the radio host. So, does anybody want to play the role of Justin? Okay, so I see Armin wants to play the role of Justin. Okay, so radio host is Simon. Justin is Armin. Let me spell Armin right. That's it. The rest of you are callers, okay? Remember what I said. Don't take more than about 15 or 20 seconds. I'm not putting a timer this time because we're all participating. Okay, go play with something sharp. There you go. Okay, mute us off. Good. All right. So, thank you guys for joining us on NPR Radio 560. Here we are today live in Buffalo, New York, with Justin, who's one of the co-presenters on the very popular travel show Departures. Justin, it's good to have you with us here today.
Thank you. Thank you, Simon.
Justin, if you could briefly tell us why you set out to do this.
Well, because traveling for me is very interesting. It's a challenge. Everything. Thinking in travel is thinking challenge, basically.
Okay, thank you very much. We've got a few callers on the line. Justin, I'm going to go to those callers. Let's see what they have to say. We have Anna from Brazil. Anna, what would you like to say to the host?
Well, I'd like to know which was the most enlightening experience that you had on your trip.
Justin, what was your most enlightening experience on the trip?
I think my best experience was with the native people in Australia, because people is very interesting, and the life there is very hard.
Yeah, it can get very, very hot there. Thank you, and thank you, Anna. Next, we go over to Ecuador. We have Amp. Where are you from, Amp? I just said
From
Ecuador.
Guayaquil. From Guayaquil, Ecuador.
And what has you calling in today? What would you like to know?
Yes, I would like to know if the Justin is not afraid to, for example, to get an illness in those places, because there are the weather, it's so different to you are accustomed to. So.
Well, Justin, that's a big concern. Have you ever gotten sick on the trip?
I'm sorry?
What precautions do you take not to get sick?
For me, it's very important to prepare very well my travel. For this reason, I studied the weather in every place that I will travel. You know.
Okay, thank you.
Basically, for me, is
Ellie,
the place.
Where are you calling from, Ellie? Ellie?
Yeah, sorry.
Hi, where are you from?
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt, wonderful. Late in the afternoon in Egypt. And what would you like to know from our travel presenter?
Yeah, Uh, yeah, when you what's the passion do you have when you have? Would you like to travel in any world to like to see something new or something different from your culture, something like that?
Okay. Okay, Edson. Well, it's an interesting question. Well, actually,
What happened with Justine?
Don't know. All right, I need another Justin. Who can be Justin?
May I?
Yes, Anna. You're lucky. I was going to nominate Amp because you nominated me. So, Anna, go ahead. Because you're the presenter from the show, you'll get a little bit more talk time. Others, so try to keep your answers a little short. Okay. All right. So thank you, Ellie. Going back to the lines, we have caller Edson. Hello, Edson. Where are you from?
Brazil.
Brazil. Excellent. And what has you calling in? What would you like to know?
Yeah, I'd like to know if you enjoy your travel, like you enjoy the places, and what about the culture and the foods that you have been tasting.
Ah, yes, of course. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a very enlightening experience, and I've learned a lot from it. I would never regret my trip, and it was worthier than studying at the university. I've learned more things on this trip than ever.
Thank you very much. And another caller, Amp. Hello. Where are you calling in from, Amp?
I'm calling from Chile.
Chile. And have you watched the show before, Amp?
No, it's my first time. That is why I'm curious to know
Well, go ahead.
about. Yeah, I'm curious to know how can this man goes through the entire world, and I think he is fortunate because he is receiving a payment, and also he is enjoying. I think that is the best combination. What can you tell us about that? How do you
I
get
could.
the support for the
Okay.
sponsors and everything?
Okay. First of all, at the beginning, I didn't have any sponsors. I I have saved money for a long time, and I sold an apartment and so forth. Then each place I would stay, I would have a job, a temporary job to make a quick buck, and afterwards the sponsors saw the videos we were posting online and so forth. And I agree with you that she was the best combination ever.
Thank you very much. Next caller, Ellie. You have a question for the presenter.
Yeah, yeah. When you're talking about the finance or the financial resources, um, what you can take from that adventure or something like that is something magnificent or something you can physical touch it or something like that.
Oh, well, there are a lot of ways to save money while on a trip, Uh, Scott and I used to hitchhiking a little bit, and there were some moments when we we were completely broke, and we just have our bottom dollar, but then we figure out a way to make a quick buck, and then when the sponsors appeared, everything was fine.
Thank you very much, guys. All right, next we got another caller coming in. Yes, stop. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, go play with something sharp. All right, Edson, what would you like to know? Where are you calling in from? Hello, Edson, you're on. We can't hear you.
Yeah. If you could, would you do the same travel like for to know other countries like you've been knowing, and how long would you stay for your next trip, next
Well,
travel?
that's a great question. I actually have some breaking news here, guys. I was told by the producer moments ago that they're going to renew it for a season 2, so another year. Anna, can you tell us what it's like? I mean, you know what it was like to be away from family and friends for 1 year. You've obviously got funding in place now. You don't have to worry about finances. What's it like going to be taking another year to travel the world?
Well, I'm looking forward to having another year gap, and of course, I miss my family a lot. But I made plenty of new friends, and I made the difference in some people's life, and they made the difference in my life as well. We've shared so many experiences and knowledge, and some people are so wise. You know, it is priceless.
Thank you very much. Next caller, Armin.
Yeah,
Hi.
I come back. Hi.
Yes. Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, yes, for Anna, I would like ask you, um, uh, what kind of experience have have been the have been more impressive for you in your traveling, in your trips?
Okay. Yes, something that I thought was very impressive and meaningful were indigenous people living off the grid. You know, they don't need technology. They don't need uh, anything to be happy. And also, I've seen really poor people uh, smiling and so happy. And money doesn't buy happiness, that's for sure. And those people are really wise, and they have touched me a lot, and they touched my heart.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Armin. Oh, nope, we don't have any callers. What's going on? Oh, here we go. We have one. Hello, caller, Amp.
Yes, I have a question for Justin. Well, if you have these sponsors and you have visited some poor places, why don't you try to use that in benefit of these small communities instead of just enjoy yourself? To be a
Ah,
little more open.
well, honestly, I've done that. I believe in that. It's important to pay it forward, and just a small donation can make the difference. For instance, once I just paid a coffee for a rich guy, for the heck of it, and the guy was going through a divorce, and afterwards the guy donated money to charity, and I really followed this principle, to pay it forward. Yes.
Well, thank you very much for that. All right, guys, we're going to change things up a little bit now. We got about 18 minutes left. It's kind of exciting. There's no time limit, is there? So, let's see. This time we have a radio talk show host and there's no guest. So let's see, let's change it up a little bit. I'm the presenter, so I'm going to give you guys about a 1 or 2 minute speech. We have a lot of travel shows. They're always going off to these wonderful places, taking years off, making it look like travel's wonderful. But is it such a good thing? I mean, we were going into all these countries, we're polluting their environment, we don't seem to care for what we're doing in these countries. You know, we just... Is it right? Is travel harming the environment? Is travel harming the countries we go to? Yes, going to the UK, you're probably not going to harm the UK's travel environment, but if you're going to small countries such as Ecuador or Cuba, where tourism is such a larger part, is it harming the environment? All right, let's take some callers. Oh, we don't have any callers. Oh, wait, here's one. I've got one here. Edson. Hello, Edson.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm okay. Why'd you call in, Edson?
Some interesting. Like I would like to know about. I don't know. Tell me you.
Sorry?
Tell me about something.
Tell you about something. I just told you something. Travel's bad. Thank you very much. Next caller, Armin.
Okay. Hi, Simon.
Hi.
How are you,
What's on your mind,
Simon?
Armin?
I'm sorry?
What's on your mind?
About what?
I know, you called me. All right, next caller, Anna. Hello.
Hello, I am a listener. I love your radio, and I'd like to ask for a song. Fireworks. Yes, Fireworks by Katy Perry. But before listening to my song, I've been listening to your programs about trips and so forth. And once you brought up the damage to the environment, and you know, I couldn't agree more. But I also think that uh, well, people can become more awareness about the environment when they travel a lot, and I believe that the green.
I don't know, Anna. What I'm hearing here is, yeah, I agree with you. Travel's bad, but I still want to travel. Sounds like a bit of a hypocrite.
No, I'm not being a hypocrite. I think that you can go travel green. You know, it depends on. You can choose a hotel that is green. You can help the communities around it. You can raise awareness. You can take care of the environment. You know, you just have to be aware of it.
Thank you, caller. All right, Amp. Hello. Thanks for calling.
Yes, my concern about the travel is that our countries try to increase the tourism, but there are many people coming to the Galapagos Island, and well, I think that they have to limit the number of people that can enter there, because the you know, the noise that produce people coming there just are going to cause that the species there are feel uncomfortable because they are invading their space. So that is my complaint.
That's exactly my point. It's not that tourism is bad, it's that I'm a bride of tourism. Let's just bring in more and more money and not care about the underlying environment that people want to come see. Look at all the coral reefs that have been destroyed. People no longer want to go see those. We bring in too much tourism. We ruin the environment. We lose that tourism. It needs to be managed. All right, next caller. Hello, Edson.
What I'd like to know is about what the experience that you've been share to each other, guys, and tell me about. Oh, let's see. I would like to know. I'd like to see to watch if you know if you did a movie about your travel. You know.
Well, I've made a couple of movies about my travels, but nobody wants to see those. You know, I've got a few on YouTube, and I think I've got 11 visits. So
But it's like it's not good. It's not bad. It's long. I don't know.
well, it's good for me. I liked it, but you know, I probably hurt the environment a little bit too, along with everybody else flying over there. Thank you, caller. Next caller, Armin.
Okay, Simon. Well, I've been thinking about this, and well, tourism could be very bad things because to travel to travel means a lot of fuel. Fuel is spent is used by the airplane. So, and a lot of brochures and garbage. It's left in different places, and the pollution is very it's high, and in all places in the world, and the traveling had been the main cause about it, I think.
All right, thank you very much. Guys, I gotta go. Gotta take my kid to the doctor, so I've got Amp to stand in to be the new host of this show. Hello, Amp.
Really? Okay, good morning, guys. I hope that you are enjoying this weekend. Well, we are following with the news, following with the concern about the effects of people, a lot of people traveling around the world, and the pollution that they can cause. What do you think about that, Anna? We have you online.
Sorry, could you repeat your question?
Yeah. What is your one of the concerns about the effects of promoving the tourism around the world, and all these people just polluting the environment with the transportation that they use, or the bottles that they just throw to the sea, or I don't know. What is your principal concern?
Well, my concern is that people have to try to travel in a green way, and they have to look for the sustainable certification, you know, because if people um, search for green tourism, it offers a trustworthy business that is not harmful to the environment, but people have to be aware of it. Yes, because we don't want the earth to be doomed, We owe it to our future generations and so on.
As
Yeah.
for that word I said is voluntold. Volunteered is something we do on our own initiative. When we're looking for volunteers and no one volunteers and someone says you're doing it, you're voluntold.
Okay. Well, Ermin, what about you? What do you think? What organisms must regulate these problems? It's just part of the government laws, or it's part of the entities, private entities that organize travels to uh, parks that are uh, just protected.
It's a very interesting question because I think the independent food isn't isn't enough, aren't enough to 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 fix this problem, because this problem is it's very it's in relation with the pollution of the world. So I think we need a great agreement. We need a international agreement about the limitation of the travelings, of the trips, especially traveling by plane, because it's the most the most pollution thing, I think.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Exxon? Well, you arrived to a country that you don't know the laws. Probably you unconsciously you commit a fail against the environment. How can how do you think that native people can lead you to be respectful with the area that you are visiting?
Yeah, probably they could rent me a bicycle to go to some place, and they could use as well with me, because bicycle is a nice way of transport that you can do. You can go, and you're not gonna pollute and the environment, and they are not, and you exercise as well, because if you once you use bus or cars, and mainly cars, are gonna make a very good contribution to pollution in the country. And some laws, I believe that they are sure that about that laws, and we cannot just stop it, because if you overcome their laws, you're gonna jail. But it's just that time is just for your travel, and you need to make useful of your time too when you are traveling.
Thank you so much for your participation, guys. I hope to see you in our next program.
Okay, thank you, Amp.
Nice, well done. I'm actually not going to end the class at 55 because I don't have one right after it. I only do that if I have back-to-back classes, which I do have in a few hours. So let's see, when is my next class? 12 o'clock. So if it's 12 o'clock, that means it's about 3 p.m. Brazil time. I've got 3 classes today, guys. So I know you guys love the new format. Liam, get away from that. So in the new format, that's what it's like, all conversation classes. I'm going to have another travel one again tonight because I think it's still fun to talk of travel. I might even have a new travel video. We'll see. This afternoon, we're going to have a Describe What You See class, and somebody's been bugging me about having a 20 questions class. So Amp, if you're not there, I'll never, ever, ever.
I already booked the class since yesterday.
Yes, well, I was going to, but like I said, I had some company over, and by the time all was said and done, I didn't have enough time to broadcast it. So I made it today. It was around 5 o'clock, and I thought, in an hour, it's not enough notice for everybody. So I took the day off. But look, I'm back with 4 classes today and a baby. How about you just do that? So.
Bye, Liam.
Yeah, he's cranky. I'm going to take him to the grocery store now. I got to get us a turkey and maybe some other food for Christmas. So today's the day to do it. And it's a no tax day too.
Really?
Yeah, but we don't pay tax on food unless it's processed, so it doesn't matter.
Share the foods.
Sorry?
Share the foods with us.
I'll do that. Maybe on Christmas Day, I'll actually do some classes while I'm cooking Christmas dinner. How would you guys like that?
Yeah, it's good. It's great.
Yeah, but no, in Canada we pay a lot of taxes too, Anna. We get a lot of services, but we pay a lot of taxes. All right, well, Anna, it's so good to see you again because you hadn't been in class for about a good week, and Anna, you've been in, and Edson, you guys are like my regulars now. So I'm glad you've been enjoying the new format. I am too. I mean, the class goes by so quickly. I was looking at the clock, and before I knew it, it was 45 after. So we'll see you guys again soon. Have yourself a great day. I hope to see you back here.
Teacher, see you later.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Simon.